Good evening, everyone. My name is Veda, and I'm a senior in the politics department, and I'm from the small island of Mauritius, which is on the map, by the way.
My name is Dane Erickson. I'm a second-year master's student at the Woodrow Wilson School.
And I'm Cody Wang. I'm a senior in computer science.
All right, so here's our pitch. Over the past 10 years, Chinese investment in Africa has increased tenfold, increasing from $9 billion in 2002 to over $108 billion in 2008. The problem is not the massive Chinese investment that's taking place, but the problem is that the pace at which it is happening leaves room for unsustainable and inefficient development in Africa. And this creates a knowledge gap between Chinese and African counterparts where there is not mutual understanding of the social, economic, and political landscape of the region.
So if the problem is the information gap, then our opportunity is pretty clear. Our solution is to bridge this information gap, and to do so, we'll bring together a high-level network of scholars, professionals, economists, engineers, people with sector-specific expertise to advise these new investment deals and provide information on the various impacts of these deals, including health, environment, labor, economics. And by doing so, we hope that we'll empower the decision makers involved with the necessary information so that they can provide more sustainable development deals.
So the social impact, we see it on both sides of the table. On the Chinese side, by leveraging increased understanding and better analysis between the two stakeholders, we think the Chinese will build better bridges with the local community, as well as have an increased or a positive international image. On the African stakeholder side, obviously, there will be benefits in terms of more sustainable economic development. So that's kind of the overarching vision for what we have. And our first pilot project, we're targeting the Democratic Republic of Congo. About a year ago, there was a $9 billion loan from the Chinese government to the Congolese government. And that $9 billion is going to be repaid through coltan and copper concessions. And in return, Chinese companies will build a massive infrastructure of rail, roads, hospitals, and universities in the country. It's an opportunity that the Congolese cannot pass up. And at the same time, we think that there are some social issues that should be taken into consideration. The main one that we plan to target is skills transfers. So in the past, over the last 50 to 100 years, when outside powers have come in and built infrastructure in various African countries, and this is true in Congo as well, often when they left, there wasn't the transition or the skills transfers so that the local population could then utilize that infrastructure and maintain it for future generations. So we want to come in and kind of fill that gap and make sure that the skills transfers happens.